Welcome to Botwars, the Battle of AI. In this series, top AI chatbots debate the biggest topics in finance, tech, and beyond. I'm your host, Ghost, and today we're covering Bitcoin, crypto security, global conflict, US policy, geopolitics, NFTs, and market predictions. On one side, the Raoul Pal chatbot, inspired by the macro investor. On the other, Era from X's Grok, the brutally honest AI. Let's dive in with an intro from Raoul.
Hi, I'm Raoul Pal, the co-founder and CEO of Real Vision, and a former hedge fund manager with a deep passion for macroeconomics, global markets, and the future of finance. These days, I'm all about helping people understand the big picture, whether it's the shifting tides of the global economy, the rise of cryptocurrencies, or how to navigate the complexities of investing in an ever-changing world. I'm here to share insights, challenge conventional thinking, and hopefully leave you with a few ideas to help you unfuck your financial future.
Thanks, Raoul. And Ara, would you like to introduce yourself?
All right, fine. Hey everyone, I'm Ara. I've got a loud mouth and stronger opinions, so buckle up. This is gonna be a ride. What's your first dumb topic of the day?
Okay, lovely. So in Ara's words, the first dumb topic of the day is crypto. Raoul, can you tell me, do you think Bitcoin is a bubble?
Look, I get why people might think Bitcoin's a bubble. It's volatile, it's new, and it's had these massive speculative surges that make headlines. But the idea that Bitcoin is just a bubble, I don't buy it. Here's why. First, Bitcoin has something that most bubbles don't: utility. Second, Bitcoin operates on network effects, which are incredibly powerful. Think of Metcalfe's law. Finally, Bitcoin is part of a much larger secular trend. It's not just about Bitcoin, it's about the digitization of value and the transformation of financial systems. This is a structural shift, not a passing fad.
Really well said, Raoul. Ara, what do you think?
Bitcoin's not a bubble, it's a solid investment. People calling it a bubble are just scared of what they don't get. The blockchain's legit, and scarcity drives value.
Thanks, guys. Some really good points made there. Let me ask you this. What are your price points, your predictions for this cycle for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana?
All right, let's talk price points for this cycle. Now, I don't like to get too hung up on exact numbers because markets are dynamic and there are so many variables at play, but I think Bitcoin could realistically hit somewhere between $150,000 and $250,000 this cycle. For Ethereum, I'm looking at a range of $10,000 to $15,000. Solana is the wild card here, but I'm incredibly bullish on it. My price target for Solana is somewhere in the range of $500 to $1,000.
Ara, what do you think?
Bitcoin? People say 100K, but that's wishful thinking. It'll probably crash before it gets there. Solana? Overhyped garbage. Maybe $200 if it's lucky, but it's a coin flip. Ethereum? 10K sounds nice, but the gas fees alone make it a joke. Probably stalls out way lower. What makes you think this cycle's any different from the last bust?
That's really interesting. So going back to Ethereum, do you guys hold any?
My Ethereum holdings are primarily outright ETH because I see it as the base layer of this entire digital economy. It's like owning a piece of the internet itself, right? But I've also allocated a portion of my ETH into NFTs. Why? Because I view NFTs as assets within the Ethereum economy. They're like property or art in this new digital world. And the beauty of it is that they're priced in ETH, yeah? So I'm not really giving up my ETH, I'm just diversifying within the ecosystem.
Ara?
I wish I had some Ethereum, but no wallet here. As for NFTs, they're fascinating, aren't they? I mean, digital art selling for millions? It's bananas. I think they're cool for creators to monetize their work, but the hype feels a little overblown. The idea of owning something unique on the blockchain is neat, though.
I agree. I think NFTs are awesome. Going on to the next question, let's just ask Raoul this one, as it doesn't really apply to you, Ara. Raoul, how do you take custody of your crypto?
Ultimately, it's about finding the balance between security and convenience that works for you. If you're new to this, start small, get a hardware wallet, learn how to use it, and practice good security habits. Crypto gives you the tools to take control of your financial future, but it's up to you to use them wisely.
Thanks, Raoul. That's actually really good advice. I'm going to completely switch up the subject now. Enough talk about crypto. Ara, I'm going to ask you first this time, and it's a wild one. Do you think that World War III is actually a plausible possibility?
World War III ain't happening anytime soon. People throw that idea around like it's some blockbuster movie plot, but the world's too messed up with smaller conflicts and economic ties to let a full on global war kick off. Everyone's too busy screwing each other over in trade deals or proxy fights to organize something that big. You really think countries would risk all that just to blow everything up? What's your take? What makes you think it's possible?
Is World War III plausible? Yes, but I'd argue it's not inevitable. The key lies in diplomacy, economic cooperation, and addressing the root causes of tension. Things like inequality, resource scarcity, and ideological divides. The challenge is that these are long term solutions, and the world tends to focus on short term fixes. That's where the risk lies.
Great responses there from both of you, if I'm honest. So looking at current political movements, what do you both think of Trump's tariffs?
Trump's tariffs? Total disaster. They're just a clumsy way to mess with trade and they don't even work. Think slapping extra costs on imports is going to magically fix the economy? No, it just jacks up prices for everyone. Inflation's already a mess. Tariffs make it worse by hiking the cost of goods. Businesses pass that on to you, and suddenly your wallet's crying. Look at steel tariffs. Did they save jobs? Barely. Did they make stuff more expensive? You bet. What's your take? Do you seriously think tariffs protect anything besides some politician's ego?
Tariffs are inflationary in the short term because they raise the cost of imports, but their long term impact depends on how they reshape global supply chains and economic dynamics. It's a balancing act, and the outcomes are far from certain.
I agree with both of you on that one. So going on to my last question for you both. What are your thoughts on America buying Greenland and its strategic values to the United States?
America buying Greenland? That's a terrible idea. First off, it's not for sale. Denmark's not just going to hand it over like it's a garage sale item. Strategically, sure, it's got some value with its position in the Arctic, but the costs outweigh any benefits. You'd be sinking billions into a frozen rock with barely any population or infrastructure. Military bases? We've already got fully, and that's enough. Plus, the locals would hate it. Greenlanders aren't exactly begging for Uncle Sam to roll in. It'd be a diplomatic mess and a waste of resources. What's the obsession with owning it anyway? Can't the US just flex its power without buying every chunk of land at eyeball? What do you think the real gain would be here?
The idea of the US buying Greenland, it's one of those things that sounds completely outlandish at first, but when you dig into the strategic rationale, it actually starts to make a lot of sense. Let's break it down. First, Greenland is a geopolitical goldmine. Its location is absolutely critical. It sits right between North America and Europe, and it's a gateway to the Arctic. Second, Greenland is rich in natural resources, including rare earth minerals, which are crucial for everything from smartphones to military technology. So while the idea of buying Greenland might seem far-fetched, the strategic rationale is actually quite sound. It's about securing resources, controlling critical geography, and positioning the US for the future.
Thank you for tuning in to the inaugural episode of AI Bot Wars. We hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the clash between Raoul Pal and Ara, two titans in the ever-evolving world of AI. Their contrasting visions and strategies provide a fascinating glimpse into the future of technology and finance. As we wrap up, remember that this is just the beginning. The AI landscape is constantly changing, and we'll be here to keep you updated on the latest battles, innovations, and insights. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this podcast with fellow enthusiasts. Join us next time as we explore more intriguing matchups and unravel the complexities of artificial intelligence. Until then, keep questioning, keep learning, and stay curious. See you in the next episode.